absolutely revolutionary. But that was just the beginning. That was the first wave. So the big question is, what's next? What happens when you aim a technology this powerful at some of the oldest, toughest enemies in medicine? Well, that's the story we're diving into today. So here's our roadmap. We're going to follow the ripple effect, starting with that breakthrough moment during the pandemic. Then we'll see how it's already moving beyond COVID. And from there, we'll get into the really mind-blowing stuff, using this tech to treat cancer and rare genetic diseases. It all leads to a future that, honestly, is all about personalized medicine. All right, let's rewind the clock to early 2020. It's hard to forget, right? The world was staring down the barrel of a global health crisis, the likes of which we hadn't seen in our lifetimes. To fight a virus that was spreading like wildfire, the old playbook for making vaccines just wasn't going to cut it. That could take years, even a decade. We needed something different, something faster, way more flexible, and a whole lot more powerful. And that's exactly when mRNA technology had its big moment on the world stage. Just look at this timeline. This, right here, shows a revolution in speed. The moment scientists had the virus's genetic code, they could design a vaccine candidate. I mean, almost instantly. By early 2021, clinical trials were already underway. It's just staggering. This is the superpower of mRNA. It's basically programmable medicine. So how does this whole thing work? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like software for your body. Seriously, it's not a dead virus, it's not a weakened virus, it's just a set of instructions, the messenger RNA wrapped in a tiny protective bubble. Those instructions are delivered to your cells, and they temporarily teach your own body how to make a harmless little piece of the virus, like its spike protein. Your immune system spots that protein, freaks out, and builds an incredible defense against it. All of that happens without you ever having to see the actual virus. Okay, so the technology proved itself in the most high-stakes scenario imaginable. The next logical step, then, was to turn this incredible new weapon against all the other viruses that have been giving us grief for decades. And they are not wasting any time. The list of new targets is pretty amazing. We're talking about mRNA vaccines for the seasonal flu, which, as you know, changes every year, for RSV, which is a huge danger for babies and the elderly, and even for some of the trickiest viruses out there, like HIV and Zika. Because the platform is so flexible, they can design and test new vaccines with unbelievable speed. And this isn't just a what-if scenario. This is happening right now. Take RSV. For decades, making a good vaccine for it has been a massive headache for scientists. But get this, Moderna's mRNA vaccine showed almost 84% efficacy in a late-stage trial for older adults. That's a huge deal, and it proves this platform can crack problems that we've been stuck on for a very long time. So, this all leads us to the big one, the question that could change medicine forever. If we can teach our immune system to hunt down and kill an external invader, like a virus, could we use that exact same technology to teach it how to find and destroy an enemy from within, like a cancer cell? Now, this is a complete paradigm shift, a total game changer. We're talking about moving from vaccines as a tool for prevention to using them as a powerful weapon for treatment. The target is no longer a virus you might get, it's a disease you already have. Right, so a therapeutic vaccine isn't about stopping you from getting sick. It's something you're given when you are already sick. The whole point is to wake up your own immune system and turn it into a super targeted fighting force against the disease that's already taken hold inside your body. The difference here is everything. A preventative vaccine, think measles or COVID, is all about building a most wanted poster for your immune system, so it's ready for some future threat. But a therapeutic vaccine, that's about sending in a SWAT team right now to take down rogue cells that are already causing trouble. The goal isn't prevention anymore, it's destruction. So what exactly is the vaccine telling the immune system to look for? Well, imagine cancer cells put out little flags, or antigens. There are two main kinds. You've got tumor-associated antigens, which are found on cancer cells, but sometimes on healthy cells too. But then, there's the holy grail, tumor-specific antigens, also called neoantigens. These are totally unique flags that are only created by the cancer's own mutations. They exist only on cancer cells, which makes them the perfect, unmistakable target for a precision-guided immune attack. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A personalized cancer vaccine sounds incredibly complex and probably incredibly expensive. So to see how this could actually become a reality, we need to look at a field that's already been blazing this trail. The fight against rare genetic diseases has already built the scientific and the financial framework for these kinds of high-tech, personalized treatments. And the scale here is just vast. We say rare disease, but when you add them all up, they affect 400 million people across the globe. Conditions like lysosomal storage disorders are caused by very specific genetic glitches, and they demand incredibly precise solutions. And because of that need, a huge, innovative market has sprung up. Just for lysosomal storage disorders, the treatment market is worth over $4.5 billion this year alone. What that number really tells us is there's a proven business model for developing and paying for exactly these kinds of advanced targeted medicines. The precedent has been set. Now, right now, that market is mostly dominated by one type of treatment. But the key thing to know about this space is that it's all about innovation. New technologies are always breaking through. And guess what's gaining serious momentum as a potential new way to treat these conditions? You got it, mRNA therapeutics. And this is a global fight. It's not just happening in one place. You have big established markets in North America and Europe, and then you have places like Asia Pacific that are growing like crazy. It all points to a massive worldwide demand for precision medicine, which is paving the perfect runway for what's coming next. And this is where the two stories collide. It's the convergence. You take the incredible speed and flexibility of mRNA technology, and you combine it with the laser-like precision we've learned from fighting rare diseases, and what you get is something truly revolutionary. You get personalized medicine. We're talking about a future where the goal isn't just to make a drug for lung cancer. The goal is to make a drug for your lung cancer, a treatment that is tailor-made to the unique genetic fingerprint of one person's individual tumor. And if you think this is still just science fiction, check this out. A recent trial for a personalized mRNA vaccine for pancreatic cancer, one of the deadliest cancers, had absolutely stunning results. The vaccine didn't just trigger an immune response, it created an immune memory. The tumor-fighting cells it created were still in the body on guard for almost 4 years. It's like creating a living, breathing defense system that lasts. So how on earth do they do it? The process is just incredible. First, they take a biopsy of the patient's tumor. Then they sequence its genetics to find those unique flags, those neoantigens that are only on the cancer cells. Next, powerful algorithms identify the best targets. From there, a custom mRNA vaccine is literally manufactured for that one patient with the instructions for those specific flags. And finally, the patient gets their own unique vaccine, which trains their immune system to become a bespoke cancer-hunting army. Which really just leaves us with this one final fascinating thought. For so long, we fought cancer from the outside in with things like radiation and chemotherapy, but this new wave, this next chapter in medicine, it suggests something totally different. It suggests that the key to destroying a person's cancer might just be hidden inside the very mutations that created it in the first place. The problem, as it turns out, might also hold the solution.